What is going on, everybody? It's your boy, and I'm back with some more tips and tricks to get successful in Mortal Kombat, because that's all I really know how to do. You might notice that the layout's looking a bit different. I hope this explains some of the reason that I've been gone from YouTube for so long, but with this new layout, if you don't believe I'm extremely motivated to start making some more content with this thing, then you haven't been watching my videos long enough. And a lot of this has been paid for by all of you supporting me over on twitch.tv/kevinmcolon, where I'm streaming 3 to 4 times a week. You can play sets with me. I'm holding Mortal Kombat 11 events. I'm holding Tekken events. I'm giving prize money out for all of them. Some of them are even sponsored with $100 prize pools every once in a while. And if you'd like to participate in them, feel free to follow me on Twitch or join my Discord community at the Golden Coalition. All of the links that you need will be in the description down below. And come and let's have a good time. With that said, the title of the video should have already been read by you, and I'm sure it's 50% of the reason you even bothered clicking on the thumbnail in the first place. You hate losing in Kombat League, and if you want to get better at Mortal Kombat, you should. But you shouldn't let that frustration deter you from learning how to improve your fundamental skills. And that's what we're going to cover today. How exactly do I stop losing in this mode? I've got some tips for you. I've worked out 5 because how convenient is the number 5? It's just sauche. So I've got my list here. We're gonna go over them, try to help you understand. And if you have questions, as always, leave them in the comment section down below. If I say something that's incorrect, please correct me. My goal on this channel is not to be right about everything. It's to help the community. So if I misrepresent or I misstate something, whether I do it accidentally or I'm uninformed on the issue, let me know and we all grow from it. I don't care about being wrong. I just want to get better, and I want to help you all do the same. So let's share the information that I have to help you get more effective in Kombat League. And number one, as much as I hate to say it because it's definitely a broken record at this point, but it's a broken record for a reason. It's not using training mode, and more importantly, not using it effectively. You hear almost every YouTuber talk about this same mantra. People go into training mode and all they want to do is they want to learn how to do combos, and they don't practice situations. So you're not going to get smart at, if this is all you know how to do, you're going to kill yourself when I block it. It's annoying, but it gets repeated by every fighting game content creator that's out there if they're trying to help you, because it's true. You need to learn combos. You're going to practice them in training mode, obviously, but solving matches that you don't understand also happens in here. And if you don't use this as a resource, you can't always rely on me getting you the information or somebody else getting you the information. Now, of course, if you have, let's say like you struggle with a collector matchup and your friend plays collector, play your friend and learn, see what information they have to offer. But it's going to help you a lot to do these things yourself. Also, just because you know how to do it, just because you know what to do doesn't mean you're good at doing it, and you need to practice that anyway. Here's a big Kombat League tactic that people tend to fall for. We're going to take Shao Kahn and do his forward 3-4 shoulder tackle. Why do people fall for this? Well, they try to answer back, or they try to jump out. You get caught. If you block this, this is fully punishable, which you should know. But the mix-up comes in where a lot of people get frustrated when Shao starts mixing in this. So now we're gonna play back random hidden playback, so I don't know what's coming, right? It's not going to be easy for you to react to what's happening. I'm actually doing a great job of it right now, but I'm not always going to know. Okay. Why am I'm never this effective. Okay. More often than not, you're going to struggle guessing on that. A lot of people do, and you'll either get caught with the, I'm just going to hold block until he grabs me, get caught with the throw because you're blocking, or get opened up by the shoulder because you're refusing to. You let go thinking that's coming and you get hit. If you decide that's all that's there and I can't do anything about that, then you're willingly giving up the victory in the game, because you're not going through all of your options. I'm going to list them out to you now. You should be looking for, can I evade this? Can I punish this? Can I interrupt this? Can I flawless block this, which is MK11 specific, but it's important. Or, you know, just, those are the main 4. Am I missing anything? Can I block, can I evade, can I interrupt, or can I punish? Those are basically the ones that you're going for. So you doing this is that you're only going over, can I evade, or can I punish, right? If he does shoulder tackle, I can punish. And if he does the throw, I can punish. But you're focused on just that. You don't have to guess on this because you can flawless block the second hit, which means he can't do anything if you do that successfully. You see, the AI stops. Now this takes some practice. Even I, who practiced it before the video, am still only getting it about 50% of the time. I now no longer have to do this. Once I start flawless blocking this, yeah, sure, can I flawless block up to it? Of course. Which also sometimes is character specific, so you should make sure that you can. Cool, we could flawless that. Here's another thing. If you flawless block it, it's full combo punishable, depending on your character. So, if you're not going over every single option that you have, you might be missing out on some information that's very helpful and will just completely shut down the character. Training mode is where you're supposed to figure out that this gimmick is a gimmick and that if you practice, you can shut it down. Now, am I getting the flawless block every time? No. If I mess up the flawless block, I'm going to get hit by whatever option he has. So that's the risk that we're taking. Even if he shoulder charges, which he'll do at some point, hopefully at some point he'll do a shoulder charge, I'll get hit regardless. But the more you practice flawless blocking the string, the more confident you'll get at flawless blocking the string, to the point where you'll identify the string is coming and know you have an answer for it. And that's really what we want out of all of this. And that's how we want to use training mode effectively. So please don't get annoyed by that point. Just do it. Just learn it and figure out how to shut this stuff down for yourself so you don't have to guess. With that said, let's move on to point number 2. Point 2, you need to learn how to hit confirm. Hit confirming is a big part of why you're killing yourselves in these games, and you have to understand how to practice this. So let's go over it. I've made this point with Cassie before in my Cassie Cage guide. If you want some more info on how to play her effectively, the info card will be up in the top right corner of the screen. But for now, I'm going to cover it again for those of you who don't feel like playing Cassie or don't care to watch that whole video. So you're going to go to AI options and you're going to set your block mode to random combo. Cassie is very punishable if she doesn't have the ability to hit confirm, or if the player who's controlling her doesn't have the ability to hit confirm. 111 is death on block. This is about like minus, I'll actually check the frame data for you, hold on. 111, if he blocks this, we are -8 on block. That's very punishable. If we don't go for the right moves after this, we're also punishable. So you don't want to just do this if he's blocking. You just killed yourself. -25 for that because you weren't paying attention. Look at that. How do you avoid this? You hit confirm. A string like this is long for a reason, because you're supposed to identify whether or not it's hitting before you commit to your special move. So when you have random combo on for the AI blocking, it's either going to get hit or block the combo randomly. I don't know when it's going to do it. And as you can see, there's no indicator on screen to tell me whether or not he feels like blocking. I have to identify whether or not, he's just taking a lot of these right now. I have to identify whether or not he's blocking and change my game plan accordingly. So for example, if he gets hit, I'm going to do kneecapping, right? You can finish the combo if you want to practice it that way, but ideally, notice he's getting hit, do kneecapping. If he blocks, I'm going to do, let's say, flying kick. Because while it's -8, I'm at distance and most people won't punish this. So I like this as an option if they're blocking it. And you practice, you walk up, he's getting hit, let's do kneecapping. You walk up, he's blocking, let's do flying kick. He's blocking, oh, I messed it up. He's blocking, let's do flying kick. He's blocking, flying kick. He's getting hit, kneecapping. And you just continue to practice this. I want to do my cool combo. Optimal. Oh, come on. There we go. Opti City. That's an important skill to pick up. It prevents me, again, from doing something like this and killing myself. And this is what a lot of, if you're a beginner intermediate, you guys do a lot of this in Kombat League. You know that down back 1 is the combo extender, so you guys will do it on block without checking to make sure that the combo's even hitting first. Which means the second I'm on the receiving end of this string and I block it and you do this, I think to myself, oh, he just killed himself. and then I will proceed to combo you with whatever character I have. And if it's a high damage character and you've already used defensive meter, you're going to be in for a world of hurt because you've just given me one of the highest damage punishes I can do. If I'm using somebody like Jackie Briggs or Noob Saibot, you put yourself in a really bad position doing that. So practice hit confirming and don't let it kill you next time you're playing ranked. Let's move on to point number 3. Now here, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about one of the main reasons that I thought about even making this video for this specific tip right here, because it's been the one that's been helping me personally the most lately. Mitigating risk over reward. What I mean by that, very similar to my first point with learning how to flawless block Shao Kahn string so you don't have to guess, is stop putting yourselves in positions where you have to guess on offense. You don't always have to. Doubly so if you have a life lead. Don't always risk yourself chasing after your opponent or trying to secure that win if you already have it in your hands. I'm going to show you an example of what I mean by this. I do want to give credit to a player by the name of Hijinx. If I am smart enough to remember, his information should be in the description down below. He's a competitive pro Jackie Briggs player. He just started a YouTube channel, and if you guys want to check his videos out, he has gameplay. I mean, he's one of those, I just want to post the matches that I have. Boring. You know, I'm going to try to tell him to get guides and tips out to you later so we have more content for us Jackie Briggs players out there. But he did teach me this, and this has helped a lot when I'm using Jackie in these specific matchups because, again, it takes away me having to guess. So, we'll look at a situation like this. Let's say we hit this in the corner. And we put this flame out. If we're playing Plasma, which ideally if you're playing Jackie meta at this point, you should be playing. You don't have to guess what the opponent's going to do on Wake Up. So, I'm going to set the AI to, let's see, get up, forward roll, let's see, right? So let's hit our combo. Dropped it there, excuse me. Did it too early. Okay, that was just horrible. We put the flames down. Then I messed that up. Only when you want to record. There is still time for me to react to that and punish. I don't have to guess what he's going to do. I can react to what he's going to do. Let's say I put the AI in that position and he wants to jump out of it, right? So we'll wait till he lands. Oh, because I still have get up mode on. Oh! Let's turn that off. All right. Only when you want to record, guys. Oh, really? Okay. I'm actually driving myself insane right now. Oh, I'm actually horrible at this game. I don't know why you're watching this. Hold on. No way. No way it's going to take me this many tries. That's a drop. There we go. He wants to jump out. Oh! Okay, one more try. He wants to jump out. There we go. We can react to that. We can react to that all day. If you're better than me, and this is one of the reasons you go into practice mode to have this down. You guess whether or not I've been practicing this lately. We can react specifically to whatever he wants to do. If he goes for Wake Up 3 here, let's say we want him to get up Omni Strike. It doesn't matter what it is. I don't remember what Omni Strike is. Doesn't matter. Let's do this to him. Let's put flames down. I'm not there. Cool. If he wants to get up and do, what's his other one? Lethal Stab. By all means, please. Get up and do Lethal Stab. I'm not there. Doesn't matter. So I'm fine. This is the kind of stuff you're looking for. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, Kev, this setup looks very specific and I don't play Jackie, so how does this help me as a Kombat League player? Fair point. Let's talk about it. You don't have to do that specifically out of setups. Let's say, for an example, you have any situation that you get somebody on knockdown, right? So we'll set the AI again to... Will he just do a random one like this? Yes, he will. Okay, so I have no idea what the AI is going to do when I knock it down right now, right? Let's see. Here it wants to roll back. Is it just going to roll back every time? Okay, no, there it goes for wake up 3. Rolls back. Wake up 3. So I don't know. You're going to get opponents like this who are always going to do something when they wake up. All right, how do we shut it down? Well, this is one of the frustrating parts of Mortal Kombat 11, isn't it? Hey, man, when I knock my opponent down, I have to guess what they're going to do. Do you? Do you really? Or can you just block? I had no idea what the AI was going to do. I just saved myself from a potential situation of getting launched into full combo by RoboCop. Because I just blocked. And if you're really scared, you can step back and block. So you don't even have to be in range to defend yourself. You're going to roll at me, you're going to get punished. Oh, he tried to wake up grab. Didn't it help that I wasn't right in front of him because I took a step back? It doesn't matter what he wants to do. I'm safe. He can't do anything here that's going to threaten me. Oh, you whiffed your punish, big boy. You rolled, big boy. Doesn't matter what he wants to do. We don't have to guess because we can just block and at a step away. So even if he wants to do something really dirty like wake up throw, because you keep blocking, you're not even in range. That puts the pressure on your opponent. If he jumps, anti-air him. If he rolls, throw him. Or if you're cracked like that, punish him. If he wakes up 3, let it whiff, hit him. If he wakes up 2, block it or let it whiff, hit him. Or her, doesn't matter. Regardless, they lose because they got carried away and you didn't have to guess. You just had to react. You don't have to chase so hard every time to get the kill. Let them kill themselves. And a lot of getting better at Mortal Kombat 11, guys, I'm going to promise you, is letting these guys kill themselves. Let's get into point number 4. Now, I switched characters just to keep up, you know, the aesthetic pacing of the video, but we don't even really need these two to explain what I want to go over right now. Point 4 is simply, you don't always need to switch your character just because you lost the match in a set. And I feel like a lot of you guys do this. I recently have been picking up Noob Saibot. If I'm playing Noob Saibot against a character like Baraka, I've got zoning tools to shut him down. I can do, let's see, like what's a good combo here? If I catch Baraka with something as simple as this, which isn't even really hard to do, I have a damage output that about equals his if I don't do more than he does. You know, for the amount. Noob probably has the most ridiculous damage in the game, and don't think I'm not posting a video on him soon. But let's say the Baraka player beats me. A lot of you, I mean, the classic stereotype is, oh, they're just going to switch to Scorpion because they play on Wi-Fi or whatever the case may be. But the reason that stereotype exists is a lot of you guys will lose a match like this using Noob against Baraka, which is a fine matchup, which you have. This tool alone makes this matchup so annoying for Baraka because he cannot simply charge past this or find good time to get through this. This makes the difference for you. If I lose this and then feel like, I didn't even mean to do that. If I lose this matchup and feel like, oh, well, that means I have to switch to Joker. I have to switch to Cetrion. That's a better matchup for this. If you're not comfortable with that character, you might not win the matchup anyway. You might just be getting outplayed. You might have an exploitable habit. Your best course of action is to, if it's a winning matchup for you and you know it's a winning matchup, not just switch because you don't like that you lost. Now, again, I'm not going to completely control how you like to play the game. And if you feel like my Cetrion is solid enough and I can take this down, you can go for it. But don't be one-dimensional about your character switch. If you're switching to Cetrion because you're thinking to yourself, well, Cetrion zones, and because I'm zoning, I can keep Baraka out, and that's the only reason that you're switching to Cetrion, hey, Noob can zone. And Noob, if you, let's say you're a Cetrion Noob Saibot player, Noob can do the same thing, and Noob can keep Baraka out. Also, Cetrion's projectiles don't even do as much. If Noob hits an amplified Shadow Slide, Baraka takes 16 every time. If I hit that with him twice, he basically got hit with a full combo for getting hit with that move twice on its own. That's not even talking about if I challenge him at range and do it, or if I get into a combo. If I hit him, something as simple as this. right? Now let's chase him down and let's hit it again. He's lost half his life bar because he got hit with that twice. You don't always have to switch to another character because there's one aspect that you feel like shuts down another character. You can, but you shouldn't rely on it. This is a completely fine matchup. Sometimes you're losing because the player's either exploiting a bad habit you had, as we said previously, or you're losing because you don't know something. And if you switch to a character you're not as comfortable with, because people on the internet have told you that Cetrion shouldn't lose to Baraka, and you don't necessarily know how to perform like that with Cetrion, you might be throwing the whole set. That Baraka player, I know one. I have a competitive team. I have a Baraka player on my team who I've seen destroy a countless amount of Cetrion players, as stacked as that matchup is against him, because he has to deal with it competitively all the time, and he knows how to deal with it. And if you don't know that he knows that, and you switch to a matchup that, to be honest, he's pretty comfortable in, as much as it's not a good matchup for him, you could, again, throw the whole set. So be thoughtful about your character switches. Point number 5, I'm not even going to bother switching characters in the game. I'm going to talk to you guys as a person, because this is very important. The last tip I have is, if you're scared of playing ranked, don't be scared of playing ranked. It's honestly not that different from playing casuals, and I know a lot of you guys who are scared of ranked mode play casual mode all the time. If you can start understanding that these are just imaginary internet numbers, and you being 5 and 10 in Kombat League, or 9 and 12, or even something like 6 and 5, and you don't feel like that's a good enough performance to be happy about or prideful of, it doesn't matter. First of all, I know pro players who, if I check their Kombat League scores, are like 9 and 12 in Kombat League. You lose to random stuff. You're supposed to be using it as a method to gather information, especially if you want to get better at the game competitively. You're not going to learn how to deal with this stuff if you're too scared to even step your foot in the ring. You're going to learn through losing. I've lost in fighting games for years to get somewhat decent at them 2 years later. If you want to get competitive, especially if you want to be the best in the world, you've got to take that first step and start playing in ranked. And the second you realize that the numbers don't matter, your win-loss record doesn't matter, as long as you're improving, you'll become a lot better at the game. With that said, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching. I've got a lot more content coming soon. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, which I know for a lot of people is a very small number in there, like, oh, but I want to be at 1 million. But I'm very thankful. I never thought that I'd have a YouTube channel grow to that point, and I'm excited to see how much farther we can grow our community here. To introduce some more fighting games. I've been playing some Tekken, some Dragon Ball Fighters. I'd like to talk to you guys about that. I'd like to upload some ranked sets soon. I have some ideas for good content. I'm excited to show you guys about it. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.